That's why generally when you are starting out as a beginner in strength training, you want to go with higher volume, then moderate volume, then lower volume, and then the lowest volume and the highest intensity. So as the volume is decreasing progressively over time, the intensity is also increasing. Hey guys, Aaron Kubitz, personal trainer, functional aesthetics EC, helping average guys build muscle, shed fat, and perform better in their lives inside and outside the gym. So they say that variety is the spice of life, and it's true. The more options we have, the happier we are. But when it comes to strength training, when it comes to fitness, sometimes having more options isn't a better thing because it can lead to paralysis by analysis. Or if you're like me, program hopping. You find one workout that looks like it's going to produce some really great results, and then you read in a magazine somewhere else that this program is going to produce really results, or this has the latest science to build the most muscle or shed body fat the best, and you hop to that one, or you just get bored doing the same thing over and over again, and so you hop around and do all these different programs, right? Here's the thing. Most of the programs out there actually do work. If they've stuck around for a couple of years and they're still circulating, they probably do work. But here's the other thing. All exercise is good for something, but not all exercise is good for everything. Each of these workouts tend to prioritize a couple of different things. Additionally, it might be perfect for your goals, right? Because before you're going to select a workout, you have to decide, is this the workout that's going to be good for my goals that I want to achieve? Or is it just a workout that my buddy's doing, or that my most favorite YouTube influencer or my favorite exercise scientist or whatever is promoting? Like I said, all these workouts usually work, but are they going to work for the goal? Are they built for the goal that you are trying to achieve? Furthermore, the workout might be suitable for what you want to achieve, but do you have the equipment and do you have the time to be able to devote to this workout program? So with that in mind, my purpose for the next couple of months here, and I'll probably intersperse it with some other videos as well, is to provide a breakdown of some of the most popular strength training programs on the market today, and to provide you with the pros and cons, as well as who it's most ideally suited for and when it's the ideal time to use this workout routine. Alright, so for starters, what is a full body workout routine? Well, it's like it sounds. You're going to train all the major muscle groups in your body in a single workout. This is opposed to split routines such as push-pull legs, bro splits, where you're maybe training chest on one day, you're training shoulders on another day, you're training legs on another day, you're training arms on a different day, and you're training back on another day, right? And there is a time and a place for these, in which we'll be talking about a little bit later on, but the full body routine is ideal for absolute beginners because you don't have enough training experience as well as the resilience to handle some of these other routines, right? And so some of the benefits of the full body routine for the beginner is that it's, again, going to train the entire body. You're going to be making sure that you're not leaving any gaps in your training, right? It's going to hit the body from every different direction. You're going to train the full body, and it's going to help to, and because you're training your full body, it's going to help to improve your general fitness too. When you're having your workouts built on compound movements with multi-joint movements and then some isolation work thrown in at the end, it's going to help you to really get a full, well-rounded workout, which, if your goal is weight loss, is also going to be helpful as well, because combined with a calorie deficit, stimulating the entire body is going to help to send that signal to support lean muscle, and it's also going to use up a lot of energy while you're doing that as well. The other benefit here is that it's going to help to improve the strength of your tendons and your ligaments, okay? So your muscles grow faster and get stronger than tendons and ligaments do. So oftentimes, if you start trying to get into strength training routines like a 5x5 or starting strength or some of these pure strength building programs with lower volume and heavier loads, oftentimes what you find is that, number one, it's not enough volume to adequately stimulate muscle growth, And so while you might be getting stronger, your muscle mass might not be growing optimally. Additionally, it might not be good for improving your body composition. And then the other thing is, if you're lifting a lot of heavy weight right out of the gate, again, as I said, those tendons and ligaments haven't built up that resilience to handle that yet. That's why generally when you are starting out as a beginner in strength training, you want to go with higher volume, then moderate volume, then lower volume, and then the lowest volume and the highest intensity. So as the volume is decreasing progressively over time, the intensity is also increasing. And that is the best way to not only maximize your results in the gym, both from a strength perspective, hypertrophy perspective, and minimizing the risk of injuries as well. So another reason to use full body workouts is that they're very time efficient. It's possible to maintain your strength gains for a considerable amount of time on 1 to 2 full body workouts a week. So if you're somebody who has frequent busy seasons or times of the year when your work schedule or your family routine or something such as during the holidays, or even like a short little period of time during the couple of months during the holidays when things get really busy, you can resort to full body routines to help keep your progress, or at least maintain that progress over a long period of time. The other thing is, for people who are just generally busy all the time, you don't want to be focusing on these split routines because they're you don't have enough time to devote to doing them. In fact, that's the reason why you do body part split routines, so that you can put in more volume without extending out the length of your workout. And the reason for this is that tends to be an inverse relationship between volume and intensity. This is why you don't see marathon runners running at 100-meter dash speed for 26.2 miles, right? The farther you're going, the more volume, the more work you're doing in a workout, the lower the intensity has to be, right? And so if you are doing so much volume in your workout routine that you're in the gym for, 2 hours, 3 hours, or whatever, then it's essentially turning into a cardio routine. Now, if you're doing powerlifting where you have to rest for 2 to 5 minutes in between sets, then that would be an exception to the rule, because you're not actually spending that entire time training. You're spending a lot of time resting in between sets, and so therefore that it's going to go be extended out longer. But if you're trying to stimulate muscle growth, right, then your volume is going to be that driver. Also, the other one is intensity. And so if you're not able to provide intensity because you're just going so long, you have so much volume, then the workout intensity is going to be going down. You're not going to be getting the optimal results. Also, you're going to be starting to increase levels of cortisol the longer that workout goes on. And that's not going to be ideal for if you're trying to maximize hypertrophy, be in an anabolic state. And this is why people in a more advanced stages will split their routines up. And instead of training their whole body every time they work out, they'll segment it into parts of their body. So they have the legs, they'll have the back, they'll have the chest, the shoulders, and put all these things together so that they can do more sets and more reps of all these exercises for these specific parts of the body without, again, having their workouts be 2 to 3 hours long. All right, guys, so today's review is going to be the shortest one probably in this review of different strength training programs, simply because full body routines tend to be pretty simplistic. Now, I will add one more thing in here that I forgot to add in before, but one of the reasons that I like the full body routine is it just allows you to also improve that metabolic health. You just get that that familiarity with the movement. It's also can be beneficial too if you're at a calorie deficit, to really make sure to really help to move to deepen that deficit, right? To get through that. Now, in more advanced stages, when you've built up a solid base of strength and stuff, you can oftentimes simply just reduce calories, continue to lift heavy, and maybe bump up the cardio a little bit, and you're going to be able to see a lot more definition. You're going to be able to improve your body composition, reducing that fat, right? But in the beginning stages, as a beginner, these full body routines tend to be a very effective way, and that higher volume of training, higher reps and stuff like that, tend to be a very effective way to help you lean out as opposed to a more advanced lifter. So recapping here, Full body workouts, they're good for beginners for the reasons that I stated of helping you to ingrain proper movement, proper technique, right? Allow time for the tendons and ligaments to get strong. Help to improve your metabolic efficiency, meaning that you're going to become more efficient at burning the carbohydrates, using fat for fuel at lower intensities, things like that, right? Shuttling, delivering nutrients to your muscles, right? The last thing you want to have is that you have inefficient nutrient delivery to your muscles when you're trying to push yourself with lifting heavy stuff, right? You want the weight on the bar to be the limiting factor, not your overall conditioning to be your limiting factor, okay? Other reasons that you'd want to use full body routines is that it's going to be time efficient, right? If you don't have a lot of time to spend at the gym, you can't go in there multiple days per week, right? You're going to be able to get really good results by ensuring that you are hitting all the different parts of the body. The other thing is if you are really short on time, right? Maybe you only have 15 to 20 minutes a day. Now, this is not for most people, but some people are very busy. They don't have a whole hour to devote to a workout. So you can take that full body routine and split it up into parts. And that doesn't mean you're doing a body part split routine and training with more volume. You're still training the same amount of volume, but instead of doing 2 hours a week or maybe 3 hours a week of training the whole body, you are splitting up those 2 to 3 hours into 15 to 30 minute segments and training that part on one day and then the second day. So for example, maybe you're training, doing your legs on the one day, and then you go and you train, your upper body on the second day. Or you could even further split it into you're training the front of your legs on one day, the back of your legs on the second day, the front of your upper body on the third day, and the back of your upper body on the fourth day. And there's all different ways you can do this to maximize on time and efficiency. So guys, hopefully this gives you a good idea of when the best case uses for using a full body workout routine. If you like the video, be sure to hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more content related to workout design for building muscle, shedding fat, avoiding injuries, right? And then also nutrition for those same things, performance, fat loss, muscle building. And then how to work around injuries should you sustain them in the course of pursuing your performance and aesthetics goals. Then consider subscribing to the channel by hitting the button in the lower right hand corner of the screen. And we'll see you all next time for more health and fitness information.